This is a call out to all Labour Party members in the UK. This is a call out to all people who support the politics behind Jeremy Corbyn's leadership. The local elections are coming up on the 3rd of May. That's 82 days away, 12 weeks away. And we need to make sure that we have Labour wins, Labour gains and Labour takeovers across the United Kingdom. We cannot have the Tories implementing the cuts from their central government into every community. The only way that we have right now to massively fight against Tory cuts, because let's face it, we don't know if there's going to be a general election this year, and if there isn't going to be one, our best fighting chance of fighting their cuts is by having Labour councils. You may not know who the candidates are, but I tell you something, a Labour candidate is always better than a Tory councillor or a Liberal Democrat councillor. You may say Lib Dems are like the soft middle. Nah, let me tell you something. The Lib Dems got into bed with the Tories in 2010, and they're the ones who increased tuition fees, implemented austerity, and started those sanctions on vulnerable people within our societies. They don't care about implementing cuts. They don't care about looking after people around them. Today, Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell, they were at the New Economics Forum where they were talking about alternative economics for the UK. They were talking about public ownership, bringing the energy companies and the water companies into public ownership so that we can start to tackle climate change on a global basis. They're talking about bringing public services into public ownership so they're not run for profit and they're run in our interest. So the vulnerable, the young, and everyone in society is looked after and cared for because it's in the interest of the public. And the way that we can start to fight this Tory government on a massive scale is by making sure on May the 3rd you're voting Labour, and that for the next 82 days you're doing all you can, whether it's 1 day a week, whether it's 5 days a week, you're doing your bit to get out there, knock on doors. You can go onto the Labour Party website, you can find out who your local candidates are, you can find out who runs your local constituency Labour Party, you can get in contact with them and start to campaign. So get behind your local Labour Party, even if it's just once a week. Go out and pop a few leaflets, knock on a few doors. When you're in work, talk to your colleagues. When you're on the phone to your mates, make sure you say to them, hey, don't forget, you got to vote Labour on May the 3rd. Because the other thing that's going to come out of this, aside from the fact that we'll be able to start to make some structural change on the low levels of funding within local government, but also imagine Theresa May's face when she wakes up on May the 4th and she sees that Labour have wiped out Tories, wiped out Lib Dems and the rest of them across the United Kingdom. Think about what that will do to the Conservative Party. Think about all of those MPs right now that are not happy with their leader, and think about what that could potentially mean in regards to a general election. So let's start to fight the Tories on an even bigger scale. Let's get behind your local candidates, go to your local party meetings and start to get involved, because you can make change. You can move changes within your local party and start to have a say on what happens locally. It's called democracy. It may not be quite what we want it to be, but damn it, it's the best we got right now, and the only way to change it is by start getting involved and making a difference. So vote Labour on May the 3rd, get behind your candidates, start campaigning. I'll see you on the doorstep, people.